Hi there, it's Dr. Yami, and welcome to Veggie Fit Kids. Today I wanted to talk about a bit more serious of a subject, and that is depression. Depression is really common. It affects up to 19 million Americans, or 7% of our population, and it even affects children. 2.5% of children may be diagnosed with depression. Now, depression isn't just feeling sad or having the blues, but it is a chronic feeling that can consume a person most of the day and almost every single day. Some of the symptoms that people that have depression might have are feeling very sad, feelings of irritability and anger, even having anger outbursts, tearfulness, loss of interest in activities that they used to enjoy, but suddenly they feel like they don't even want to try them anymore, feeling very tired and fatigued, having lack of energy, reduced appetite, or even increased appetite. And the same for sleep, insomnia, or feeling like they need to sleep all of the time. Anxiety, agitation, or restlessness, and slowed thinking, problems with concentration. It can interfere with all of your activities at work, at home, in social activities as well. And depression can even manifest as physical symptoms, like physical pain, back pain, headaches, those kinds of things. And at its worst, depression can lead to recurrent thoughts of self-harm, and even wanting to commit suicide. So even though depression manifests differently in different people, it's likely that you may have suffered from depression at some point in your life. I have. And I know that this is difficult to talk about, but I think it's important to talk about depression because it can affect us very deeply. For those of you out there that have never suffered from depression, I'm so happy that you never have, because it's a really difficult thing to go through. But there are certain things that you can do to help other people in your life that have or are suffering from depression. And one of them is to acknowledge that it does exist and to try to be compassionate and patient with the people in your life that might be suffering from depression. If you or someone that you love is suffering from depression, there are several things that you can do. One is get professional help immediately, whether it's from a physician or a counselor or a therapist. Get help. The sooner you get help, the better. Number two, have compassion and patience. Sometimes it's difficult to understand what someone that's going through depression feels, but it's important to give them the space to work through it. Number three, even though that depression may benefit from medications and definitely from therapy, there are other ways that someone that is suffering from depression can optimize their lifestyle. The first one is, of course, getting those greens and berries in, eating a healthy diet, and avoiding added sugars and processed foods, because this truly does affect our brains and our bodies and can lead to some mental health issues. Secondly is to get exercise. Regular exercise increases those good endorphins, which leads to that well-being and feeling of joy and happiness in our life. Another very important thing is to get adequate sleep. We know that when we have sleep deprivation, it can lead to depression and anxiety. So getting adequate sleep is very important to help our brain stay healthy. And of course, it's very important as well to reduce stress. Some people might suffer from depression when they have too much stress in their life. So finding ways to decrease your stress, either from meditation, yoga, mindfulness, prayer, journaling, whatever it is that helps you feel more calm, peaceful, and being able to connect more to your inner self is going to help decrease your stress. Another thing that might help some people is to consider a vegan omega-3 supplement. And you can find these online. Just look for a supplement that has DHA and EPA in it. Even though I'm not super into supplements, there are some studies that show that supplementation with omega-3 fatty acids might help reduce our risk of depression and maybe other things like ADHD. Finally, if you feel like you're in crisis and you're having any thoughts of self-harm, please call a crisis hotline. The National Suicide Prevention Hotline can be reached at 1-800-273-TALK, T-A-L-K. And the last thing I want to leave you with is, if you've never suffered from depression yourself, I know it might be difficult to understand. But when somebody is deep in depression, it truly does alter their sense of reality. It alters their perception about the world. Have you heard of somebody wearing rose-colored glasses before? Meaning that they see the world brighter and they're positive and they're optimistic. Well, whenever you have depression, it's like wearing gray-colored glasses. Even before, when days might seem normal, when you're suffering from depression, everything seems bleak and dreary, and you may start believing things that aren't necessarily true about your own self-worth and your value in this world. People with depression may truly believe that the world is better off without them. Of course, we know that this isn't true, and it may be hard for you to understand or empathize with a person like that. But I think it's really important that we continue this conversation and that we talk to our children about it and we talk to our family and friends. Because if you're out there and you're suffering and you're in pain, I want you to know that you are worthwhile and you have a very important light inside of you. And I don't want you to put it out. I don't want anybody to put it out for you. So if you are having this deep, immense pain inside you, please reach out for help. And please know that there are other people that value you, want you around, and love you. Thank you so much for listening to this message today. If you like this video, please like, comment below. And if you'd like me to talk about this subject again, perhaps with an expert on the subject, please comment and let me know. If you think that there's a friend or a family that may benefit from this message, please share. And I really hope that you have a plantastic day.